Hello goat lovers, Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and welcome back to another episode of Goat News. In this episode we will be going over goat news from ADGA, upcoming goat shows, goats in the country of Nepal, and of course some Blue Cactus updates. First up is some news from the American Dairy Goat Association, and just wanted to remind everybody that the grace period to renew your ADGA membership ends this month. So make sure that everybody renews their membership before March 1st. If your membership does expire, you are going to use the amount of years towards your lifetime membership. You are also going to lose your herd tattoo, and for those that don't have a permanent herd name, you're also going to lose your herd name. So obviously nobody wants to deal with that mess, so just make sure that you renew your membership. There's still a couple days left. For those of you that are ADGA members, you had the opportunity to vote for the 2024 ADGA National Show judges, and the results are in as of just a few days ago. The American Dairy Goat Association National Show showcases the achievements of dairy goat owners and breeders for the hard work they are doing to produce high-quality dairy goats. Winning animals and their owners receive awards and recognition at the event and in many agricultural publications. More importantly, the owners receive prestige in their dairy goat community. The show is a week-long event held annually in late June to mid-July. This year, the national show will be held July 13th through the 19th in Louisville, Kentucky. So in other words, if you have goats registered through ADGA, there is no bigger show and no bigger show win than if your goat wins at the ADGA Nationals. Now, to judge this show, you must be an advanced judge, which just means that you have had your judging license for 13 consecutive years. So let's get to who the chosen judges are. First is Mark Baden from Washington, Todd Biddle from Pennsylvania, Robert A. Bartholomew Jr. from New York, Joe Pelote from Indiana, Scott Bice from California, and Timothy Flickinger from Indiana. So congratulations to the 2024 ADGA National Judges. It certainly is something to be proud of. Speaking of dairy goat shows, the Southern Arizona Dairy Goat Association's first show of the year and the Pima County Fair shows are sneaking up on us fast. These are two shows that will be held side by side at the Pima County Fairgrounds in Tucson, Arizona on April 19th and 20th. So get those entry forms in. If you haven't already, make sure to follow our Facebook page to get any additional information and updates. The link will be in the description below. So one of the best things about the Caprine Classic show is that in addition to the open show, where anybody of any age can show their goat, SADGA also hosts a youth show and showmanship for the kids. We are big advocates for the youth and love to encourage and educate them on being awesome herdsmen. In doing so, there is a lot of participation and money needed to make it all happen. So we are always very grateful to our sponsors. This year we have two sponsors for our youth show so far, Molly's Custom Silver and Sydell. Molly's Custom Silver donated 2 belt buckles for this year's showmanship champions. This will be the third year that SADGA has purchased buckles from Molly's, and everyone is more than impressed with their craftsmanship. They have so many beautiful buckle designs to choose from, and you're able to design and create the perfect buckle that's crafted specifically for your needs. These buckles aren't only for getting handed out as awards, but can also be created for those special occasions. So thank you, Molly's Custom Silver, for your generous contribution. And we'd also like to thank Sydell for being a sponsor of this year's youth show. For over 40 years, Sydell has led the industry with products designed for sheep and goat needs. They offer a wide selection of products from feeders to milk stands and even birthing stalls. Sydell has donated a poly trough feeder for this year's Youth Best in Show winner. So thank you, Sydell, for your contribution as well. So we are going to be right back after this short message. Blue Cactus soap is an all-natural goat milk soap that's made with only the finest ingredients. So if you want to love the skin you're in, head on over to our Etsy shop and show your skin some love. The link to our Etsy shop is in the description below. Alright, welcome back you guys. But on a serious note, we do have an awful lot of goals to tackle this year, and we are trying really hard to achieve them, and you all could certainly help out by purchasing some Blue Cactus soap. Not only would you be helping us out tackle these goals that we have, but you're also going to have some really awesome skin in the meantime. So, head on over to our Etsy shop and purchase some soap. It would be greatly appreciated. So in other news, UC Davis is currently seeking participation from goat breeders on how they raise their kids. If you own goats, then you know there is not a lot of research done on them. So it is important we all take part in surveys when they are offered. So I did take the survey myself. It was very painless and it only took me about 10 minutes. And at the end of the survey, you actually can volunteer to enter a drawing to where you could win a $50 gift card. So you can't beat that. And now for some news from the country of Nepal. For the last few years, a dedicated goat lover and advanced judge for ADGA named Dan Laney has worked with local government and non-profit organizations to provide veterinary supplies, basic tools, and sharing best practices to local goat herders. In Nepal, agricultural jobs provide livelihoods for 68% of Nepal's population and account for almost 35% of its gross domestic product. But despite the sizable portion of Nepalis working the land and rearing livestock, the limited production and food insecurity persists as a major problem for small-scale farmers. Dan volunteers months out of every year to help communities in Nepal by teaching them livestock systems that are important to have available for impoverished communities. Because of people like Dan Laney, the future is looking promising for communities in Nepal. So thank you, Dan, for being such an awesome human and helping to make so many lives better. So as far as news from Blue Cactus, we are just 31 days away from kidding time, you guys, so I am freaking out. So of course, this is the time where I get extremely impatient, but I'm also getting really excited. The does are all plumping up quick at this point, and all those udder bumps are starting to show. Of course, I get excited about the seniors getting their bumps, but it's most exciting to see the junior does start to get theirs. It's fun to imagine what their udders will look like as they start coming in. And in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have a really good idea of their potential. So all of the pregnant ladies are doing amazing and looking adorable. And now for an update on our lovely Arkansas property. We recently bought 5 acres of raw land in Arkansas, and Derek and Darren have been hard at work clearing some of the land and cutting down trees to make a driveway. As much fun as they've been having, these boys have also been working like beasts. It's very impressive how much work they have gotten done in a short amount of time, and they make a great team. And just in case anybody's wondering, my beautiful creek is doing great. Alright you guys, so that is it for this month's goat news. If you guys happen to have any news you would like to share, just make sure to leave a comment and we'll add it into next month's goat news episode. Also, make sure you take a moment and subscribe because we are very close to a lot of babies hitting the ground and you're not going to want to miss it. So thank you all for tuning in and we will see you all again soon.